What's going on, my friends? I need your help. So we have a client, she's on a budget of only $800,000 and she's contemplating moving from New York to Georgia, and she wants to know how far her money will go. So today what we're gonna do is compare both houses, right? And I need your help just to let me know, hey, should she stay in New York or should she come down to Georgia? We're also going to tour, stay with me. We're gonna go up there real quick, take a look at the house in New York, and we won't be there too long, but then we're gonna come back and tour this full house, right? We're on the ranch and you gotta see it, it's on 5 acres, it's beautiful. And then after that, we're gonna really run through the pros and cons of relocating to Georgia from New York. Hang tight, my name is Kaz. If you've been here before, I appreciate you coming back. If this is your first time here, I'm a local real estate agent and we help people buy and sell houses all the time. But today, again, I need your help. Let me know, should this young lady move from New York to Georgia? And we'll run through both tours. And in the end, what we're gonna do is talk through the pros and the cons of relocating to Georgia from New York. Let's get into it. Let's go to New York.
So we're currently house touring in Metro New York, and the first thing that you have to consider is the cost of living. Metro New York is about 30 to 80% higher than the national average, while Metro Atlanta is about 5 to 10% higher than the national average. We're in the suburbs of Mount Vernon, and this home specifically has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Built in the 1930s, the home is 3,500 square feet, which is perfect for family and friends. Specifically, we're in the Mount Vernon Heights area or community, which is peaceful and quiet, and the property has tons of green space. I personally relocated from Mount Vernon to Atlanta a little more than 20 years ago, and here are some of the things to consider when relocating. We mentioned it before, but number one, obviously the cost of living. The cost of living is lower, so expect the pay to match that. Expect to be making less, but if you're an entrepreneur or work from home employee, you could be coming out ahead. Number two is going to be the transportation. The transportation access in Metro New York is unmatched. Atlanta does have MARTA, but to be honest, I want you to pretend that it doesn't even exist. You will have to get a car. Your spouse will have to get a car. If you have teenagers, they will have to get a car. This is just a must. Number three has nothing to do with money. The two cultures are very different. Atlanta has a thriving nightlife, but if you're in your 30s or 40s or even older, it really doesn't matter. Atlanta's a good place to chill, has a chill food scene, but the pizza and Chinese food will not taste the same. But if you're just trying to relax, again, grow your family, retire, go out smooth, Atlanta's the place to be. Pretty much if you're growing your family and thinking about settling down and investing in real estate, Metro Atlanta and south of that is a great option. So let's get back to Georgia and see what you can get for a similar price.
All right, so we're back in Georgia. We're in the city of Sharpsburg, and what we're gonna do is check out the house right in front of me. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. But before I show it to you, I gotta talk a little bit. I gotta tell you a couple little things about it first. So it's a 2-car garage, right? We have an expansive driveway. There's a boat in my rear. That's not for sale. That's a whole different property, right? So 2-car garage. It's on a ranch. As a matter of fact, let me turn the camera around now so you can just see it and we could talk. So 2-car garage, crazy driveway. Again, it's on a ranch, or it is a ranch, but it's on 5 acres of land. So that's something that you're gonna have to keep in mind over the next couple of minutes. It's 6 bedrooms, a total of 4. Again, originally a ranch, so 4 on the main level, 2 additional bedrooms downstairs. And listen, it's on 5 acres, so you know what you could do with that. You could definitely create a compound out here. There's definitely more than enough space for your privacy, for your peace. It's super quiet, right? The other piece that I have to tell you about is this primary bedroom. Because it's renovated, everything's updated. It's looking sparkly new. So this is the front right here. And I didn't tell you about 2 additional pieces. And the first one of those is the fact that it has a pool. Built in 2000, so it's only, 25 years old, built in 2000. The other piece I love about it is that it is solid brick. This wasn't built last year, solid brick. So this home is super strong. Let's go on and check it out and let me know if this home should be the home that she picks if she decides to move to Georgia, right? So we're comparing homes. We're just in Mount Vernon, New York, and we want to check out this home for her to see if it's going to fit her needs. 6 bedrooms and 5 acres of land, more than adequate. I'm loving it. So as soon as we come in, we'll talk more about the house, but as soon as we come in, you have your formal dining room right here. You have what's called, it's a formal living room, but it's super small, so it could be made for, again, setting up some sofa, making sure your decorations are tip top, right? This is where the good furniture would be. So when I say the good furniture, that's the furniture that your mom won't let you sit on. Remember those plastic covered pieces way back in the days? And they look good, but your mom would really get upset if you tried to play on them or sit on them. So this is where the good furniture would be, right? So let's take it throughout the house, right? Let's talk more about it. So if you went to the left of the dining area, that would take you straight into the kitchen. And if you go this way, this is your living space. Let's go this way first. And note this door. We're gonna come back to this door last. So please don't go anywhere. I have something to show you right behind this door. All right, so as soon as we come over here, this is your living area, right? This is where family time is gonna be. All right, we recently went on a cruise and I had two of my daughters with me. And they just swear they're so nice at Uno. They definitely won a couple of games, but I had to take them there, right? So this is where your family time would be. The reason I bring that up is like, hey, if you do have a family and you're thinking about coming to Georgia, right? Or if you're currently even in Georgia and you want space for your family to whip them at Uno like I did to my daughters, this is the area where you could just have a little bit of fun, right? We're gonna show you some other spaces in the house where you could actually get down, get comfortable, but this is an immaculate, spacious living area right here. All right, let's circle it around. That's gonna be your dining area right there. Not formal dining, but that's where you can have your cereal, scrambled eggs, turkey, bacon, etc. And that's gonna be your fireplace for those cold or cooler than most Georgia nights. And right here, right, look at all that sunlight, floor to ceiling windows. Yep, I don't have a lot of negative to say about this home, but yeah, the first thing I would do is probably clean up these glasses, get rid of the cobwebs, but hey, I'm not hating. This home has been totally renovated. And let's go over to the kitchen and talk more about the home one more time. Let's do it. I say it one more time, but you guys know I'm lying. I'm gonna continuously talk about the house and the description of the house throughout the entire tour. All right, so you have your furniture, not your furniture, but your appliances right there, stove, cooktop, microwave, dishwasher, your white counters, white cabinets, regular countertops, nothing fancy here. And beyond here is gonna be your primary suite. But before we get to that door I showed you, and before we get to the primary suite, let's go ahead and check out the 3 secondary bedrooms on this floor, right? So there's a total of 3.5 bathrooms in this home. And obviously one is gonna be shared, and that's right there in the corner, by these 3 bedrooms over here. Let's look at them one at a time. All right, so this is bedroom number 1. Again, a secondary bedroom, built in 2000. So I know what you guys are gonna say, hey Kaz, this bedroom seems a little small. Updated fan, tons of closet space. Now the total size of this house is 4,500 square feet. So you have a lot of space throughout the house. I do agree that this room is small, but tell me down below, who would you put in this room? Would it be, younger sibling? Could it be mom-in-law? I'd probably want to put an adult here or older child, just because, hey, it's super safe, but that's one of the windows that face out to the street. So I wouldn't put a small child in here. And that's just me being a pops, right? A dad, right? So what do we have right here? We have a hallway closet, hang up coats, etc. And then you have another closet right here. And this is gonna be more for towels, linen, sheets, etc. And this bathroom right here, again, another updated space, this bathroom renovated. And this will be shared by the 3 secondary bedrooms that are right here on this main level. Let's go in. Dual vanity. I love the attention to detail. Brand new trimmings, new mirrors, yep, new toilets, new tub, new shower heads, right? Well done. Well done. All right, let's check out the 2 other bedrooms, right? All right, so another bedroom right here. Secondary bedroom. Right out. Also with its own closet. You have your folding closets right here. Bifolding doors. Certainly enough space. Brand new fans. And the third bedroom, or the secondary bedrooms, to me, in my opinion, is the biggest. So you have this little divot right here, right? And it has a walk-in closet where the other two secondary bedrooms did not. So you could step in here. I think the girls might be fighting over this one, right? All right, so this is your walk-in closet for the third secondary bedroom. All right. All right, let's come back up. Let's go back into the living area. So out of the 4,500 square feet, upstairs you're looking at 2,500, and the basement you have 1,900. And you know how I feel about basements. This could be one of the best basements that I've seen so far this year, right? Also, that's where your refrigerator would be, by the way. All right, let's check it out. So we're gonna start right here in the deep end before we go into the primary suite. This is your garage area. Let's step in. Two-car garage. Could use some love, just a little bit of love. Nothing heavy though, just a little sweeping, maybe some paint, some fresh air, right? You have this closet area right here, which is also your laundry area. They recently renovated this house, but it looks like they have some paint here. They're doing some duct work, and this is where they had their supplies. I can show it to you though, but this is where you would set up your washer, dryer, etc. Don't mind this, right? And on the left, before we get into the primary suite, this would be your powder room and your closet for the powder room, right? So that's one of the half bathrooms. So this is your primary suite. I know what you guys are gonna say. They're gonna be like, hey, Kaz, like, I love the house so far, but this primary suite is just way too small. I think you guys are spoiled. Tell me below, are you guys spoiled? Am I rude? Are you offended by me calling you spoiled? Yeah, so this is your primary suite, but stick with me, do not get upset. I want you to see the rest of the house and tell me if this primary suite, because it's a little small, I want you to tell me if this is a deal breaker, right? So primary suite, the only thing I see as an opportunity so far in the house, again, might be just the windows, and you could get those treated, cleaned up a little bit. But let's look at the primary suite from this angle. And again, if you had a budget right around $800,000, would you pick house A in New York, or would you pick this house right here? All right, let's go into the primary bathroom, also renovated, and I'm loving this. Very spacious. Right, so the first thing you can see right on the left is just the dual vanities, completely renovated mirrors. You have this space right here in the middle. When you look at this space right here, right? Ladies, tell me what you say. Blow dryer, straightening comb, all right? A little makeup right here, a couple toothbrushes, and just a little space over there for the husband, huh? I'm just messing with you guys, right? You do have a lot of space here though. So you have some shelving down here, dual vanities, his and hers. And the thing I love the most about this bathroom so far is gonna be this soaking tub right here. That's also brand new, fully renovated. Everything looks fantastic. You have this walk-in shower. There's no door here, so you could just really just step on in and check this out. So you have the temperature. I wanna turn this on so bad Got the little raindrops, right? But look at all these knobs. I just want to go crazy, but I'll get wet. But this is also updated. This is where you could, again, have your soaps, your liquid soaps, etc. Fantastic. Good job. Love the tile work in the back as well as on the floor. So this is your walk-in shower. I think that, again, whoever renovated this home did a fantastic job. This is your toilet area. This is very impressive. And you have your massive, right? Massive walk-in closet. All right, let's go on in. Lights redone. And I'm stepping all the way in here, ladies and gents. This is ginormous. Well lit, lots of space, lots of shelving. Fellas, enough space for the J's right here, right? Ladies, enough space right here for the designer dresses, jeans and blouses. We have accessories, shirts, etc. right here. Tons of shelving and space to add more. All right, so this is the primary suite. I think it's fantastic. Before I take you guys outside, as promised, and I want you to stick around because we're gonna run through the pros and cons of living in New York versus moving to Georgia. So before we go outside, I promise you, we'll be right back. I have to show you guys the basement. Love it. I don't know, I'm torn. I said I had two fantastic things to show you. I can't decide what's better, number one or number two, the basement or the pool. So let's just show you both, all right? All right, so this is us going down. Nice job with the sconce. This is us going down to the basement. All right, let me back up right here. So this is just an open area, and you could use this for multiple things. To my girls, if you want to try to beat me in Uno down here versus getting beat upstairs, we can make it happen. All right, so this could be a play area, it could be a homework area, it could be a work from home area. There's a little bit of echo, but it could also be a media room as well. So if you want to set up, TVs down here, a projector, and some seats right here. This space runs very long. It's not super wide, but the space is massive. Two fans, those are also brand new. And let's cut back over here. You have a closet right there. Then you have a brand new bathroom right here as well. These guys did a fantastic job. Yep, not a closet. Psych, mechanics. So, bathroom renovated. Again, I'm just feeling the updated fixtures. And then this is my favorite area right here. So I promised you that there were two additional bedrooms down here, right? Fresh paint, a little drywall action, new bathrooms. Let's cut to the left first, right? We'll be right back over there. Right here you have this hallway, storage area, and then bathroom. So this bathroom right here is shared by the two bedrooms that are down here. Uh-oh. Yeah, this shower's updated as well. Yeah. New vanities, new toilets. You have your closet right here for the bathroom. This is a big bathroom, by the way. Don't be fooled. All right, so big bathroom. Right across the hall, not that way, but straight ahead, we have a bedroom right here. All right. There we go. Bedroom right here. And then you have a bedroom right here. All right, so I'm pausing because I didn't see closets. Hang tight. Walk with me. All right, so 2 bedrooms, but this bedroom, there is no closet. So I don't even know if you could legally call it a bedroom, but you could make something happen. No bed, again, no closets, but you have that space right out there, that storage. And then this room right here, so there's 3 rooms down here, but I think only one of them could count as a bedroom. Tell me in the comments if you know. I might have to hit up my realtor friends. This is another area right here. Also very long. You could turn this into an office, if not a bedroom. And then let's go back to this big room right here. But either way, this is the basement. So back here, before I take you to that room, there's gonna be more storage. You have some mechanics, water heater, but more than enough space to actually provide, again, more utility to the house. Shelving. If you wanted to turn this into a shop, you could. If you wanted to turn this into a podcast room, you could. Again, don't worry or feel defeated about just the open ceiling. You can definitely still convert and upgrade. All right, let's keep it moving. Electric panel. Let's check out this room. And listen, if you're in the Georgia area, I'm not going to New York for a little bit, and you wanted to see this house, just reach out to me. I'm gonna throw my cell phone number on the screen like I typically do. If you want to tour this house in person, this will not last forever. Like I said, it's solid brick, and this is definitely a bedroom. Yep. Again, not a big detractor, but the thing that I would think about with this room is just these 2 columns right here. So how would you decorate this room? It is a bedroom. Like I said, there's closets right there. And it's more than spacious, but what would you do with these columns? Maybe nothing? Yep. Maybe turn it into something? Yeah. We're gonna turn nothing into something. All right, so this is the basement. Again, fantastic. Lots of space right here. Would you carpet this? Would you leave it just like this? What would you do? All right, not done. House is amazing. Let's show you the back deck, take you to the backyard, and show you the pool. Let's make it happen. Starting to warm up in Georgia, you guys. All right, so this is your back deck. Ooh, it feels good out here. Yep. So you could definitely set up to grill right back here, up top. And if you look, way out, this is all yours. It's all yours. You remember Lion King? When it was Mufasa and Simba? He's like, hey, everything beyond this point is yours. All right, so I don't know if you can see that right there, but you also have a creek running in your property, propane tank. Let's not even hang up here. Let's go downstairs. So if you had a budget of around $800,000, and I'll put specifics to both homes in the comments and in the description, and you let me know what you like, what you don't like, what way you decide. Would you stay in New York, or would you consider moving to Georgia? And the video's not done, because what we're gonna do is run into the pros and cons of also relocating to Georgia versus staying in New York. But this is the pool. And one of the questions I get pretty often, because we do a lot of showings of homes with pools, is what's the maintenance like? And it varies. It depends on a lot of variables. but you're looking at anywhere from 1,000 to 4,000 or 5,000 annually for just proper maintenance. The goal is always to see how it's a little murky right now. This is not the worst I've seen, by the way, but it is a little murky, but it wouldn't take that much to just get this right, get these leaves out, add the chemicals in, and bring this back to life. But this would be fantastic. Like I said, it's starting to warm up here in Georgia. And you and the kids could have fun out here every day. Let's go to the creek. Stick with me. Let's run through the specs one more time. This home costs a little bit more than $800,000, right? But we're looking at 6 bedrooms. We had 4 upstairs, 2 down here, maybe 3. But let's say 2 because that's what the listing description says. We're sitting on 5 acres. So everything back here, I'm gonna be brave. Oh, look at that. That's fresh right there, right? So you could do a lot right there, including build another residence, right? So if you wanted more family members to come down, you definitely could. Propane tank over there. And the only thing that I would question is, I know this is all mine, but what would I have to do about this creek? I'm thinking I'll just build a bridge to get to the other side. And this home, I see it from the back, massive. This home was built in the year 2000. And it's a ranch. So if you don't want to walk downstairs, you never have to. Right? You never have to. All right. So this is your creek. Super peaceful. Nobody bothering you. Lots of privacy. So I'm sure that in the summer, all these trees pop out and show, right? All right, let's jump back to the office real quick and let's talk about the pros and cons of living in Georgia versus living in New York. I'll see you on the other side. So thinking about leaving New York, moving from New York to Georgia can be a big change. Here are the pros and the cons of moving from New York to Georgia. So number 1 is going to be the weather. The weather in Georgia is mostly warm and sunny. We have a lot of warm winters, and this can be great for spending time outside. However, the heat and humidity can feel sticky and sometimes even uncomfortable in the summertime. Number 2, you might enjoy the lower cost of living in Georgia. Housing can often be cheaper than living in New York, but you might miss the higher pay rates that New York has to offer. Number 3, Georgia has many friendly neighborhoods that feel super welcoming. Still, you could long for the energy of New York's busy streets and lifestyle. You could drive more easily in Georgia with less traffic than New York, but public transportation is not as strong, so owning a car is not just helpful, it's really a necessity. Number 4, Atlanta and other cities in Georgia have fun events and sites. You might find fewer large museums and famous landmarks though, so not as much culture. Number 5, life in Georgia can feel a little bit slower. This can be relaxing, but there's a lot of people that just find it too quiet or even boring. Number 6 is going to be the food. We talked about this before. You can certainly enjoy Southern food like fried chicken, sweet tea. There are a lot of restaurants in Midtown and downtown that have amazing food. Yet you might miss the variety of world foods in New York. Like I said before, the pizza and the Chinese food is certainly different. Listen, you just have to weigh what you could give up versus what you have to gain. Think about the weather, think about job options and your personal needs. Making a move is a big step, so you want to take your time and decide. Shoot me a text if you plan on relocating to Georgia from anywhere, and let's weigh your options. Like this video to get more Georgia real estate tours. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.